The Israeli Olympic team was assassinated because of problems between Palestine and the Israelites. The assassination took place in Munich, Germany on September 5, 1972 at around 4:30 a.m. The Palestinian Arabs sneaked into the Olympic Village and headed towards the Israeli hotel room. 5 of the 8 terrorists had to jump over a 6.5-foot fence surrounding the Olympic Village. The other 3 terrorists were met inside. The 8 terrorists made their way to Israel's dorm room. There they knocked on the door. Realizing something was wrong, Mashi Weinberg, the wrestling coach, opened the door, and that was the start of the darkest day in Olympic history.
Come in, Mr. Koloff.
So, hello, I presume it's Mr. Arafat?
Good evening, Mr. Koloff. The Israeli people have done nothing good for us, and we need to get back at them. It is our right as Palestinians not to let them make fun of us.
I agree, so what's the plan?
I suggest we kill the Israeli Olympic team.
So, when and where?
4:30 in the morning. This way, we won't be caught because everyone will still be asleep.
How will we get into the Olympic Village?
We will have 3 men on the inside waiting for you. Once you get to the village, you and your men will have to jump the gate. I warn you, this will not be an easy task. Most of you will not come out alive.
I know, and I don't care.
So that's that. On September the 5th, 1972, the Israeli Olympic team will be no more. Hold on.
Ow! Ow! It's on the floor! Now! It's on the floor!
I regret to announce to you that at precisely 4:30 this morning in Munich, Germany, the Israeli Olympic Village was seized and 11 hostages were taken. Now, we're going live to the scene with Hunter Morris.
Josh, 8 Arab terrorists broke into the Olympic Village and are holding 11 of the Israeli Olympic team members hostage. Back to you.
Hunter, apparently I'm getting some new breaking news that 2 Israeli Olympians have already been killed. Can you confirm this?
Josh, it is true. Two of the Olympic team members are already dead, and the rest are still being held hostage.
I'm here to talk to you all once again about the negotiations that went on between the Arab terrorists and the German officials at precisely 9:30 this morning. The Arab terrorists demanded 143 Arab prisoners be released from Israeli jails and 2 highly trained Arab terrorist leaders be released from a highly secured prison in Frankfurt. They also demanded 2 buses to take them to the NATO air base in Germany. The police had to meet these demands. Therefore, the terrorists are now on the buses to the NATO air base where 2 helicopters are awaiting them. We are waiting to hear more details on the story. I am here once again to talk to you about the hostage situation that is going on in Munich, Germany. We've just received information from our sources that apparently the sharpshooters at the NATO Air Base were able to shoot and kill every single one of the It's still a sad day though, because even though all 9 Israeli Olympians that were at the airbase were saved, those 2 that were still at the Olympic Village have been declared deceased, and so has 1 German official. Thank you for watching. This is Josh Levin. Good night. I am here once again to talk to you about what is now being called the Munich Massacre. We've just received more solid information that the news we gave to you earlier is false. Apparently, while the sharpshooters at the NATO Air Base tried to kill the Arab terrorists, the terrorists threw grenades into each of the helicopters, blowing them up and killing all 11 Israelis. This is a very, very sad day, and we are also very regretful to have to give you this information after the somewhat happy information we gave you earlier. Thank you. This is Josh Levin. On behalf of all of us here on NBC News, I'm sorry. Good night. 35 years ago, the Munich Massacre occurred, which is what some people called the worst shooting in Israeli history. Tonight, Morris Stein has joined us.
Thank you for having me here, Josh.
Thanks for coming, Morris. I would like to know, what do you personally think about the war between Israel and Palestine today? Because as we both know, the war hasn't stopped.
The war has been going on for a long time, and I agree that it is a bad war, and that it is starting to get bloody again after 35 years.
So, what I am getting from you, Morris, is that you would like this war to stop?
Yes, it would be the best thing for both countries if the war stopped.
And how do you propose they stop this war?
I think they should just go back and not try to take each other's land anymore, and that the killing needs to stop.
Well, Morris, it's been a pleasure having you with us tonight.
Thank you, Josh.
And thanks for having us in your humble home here. And we'll see you next time on NBC Nightly News with Josh Levin. Looking back on the Munich Massacre, we have learned the many ways that it has impacted our daily lives. First, the safety of the Olympics had been sacrificed and its security raised many, many times. Second, politics began to make a big impact instead of sportsmanship at a game. Third, terrorists realized the bigger media impact they had, the bigger scare on the world. To some people, the Munich Massacre could have been the grandfather of 9/11. It created many people to start racial profiling and made people more cautious of the things they do in their everyday lives. To reiterate, the conflict between Israel and Palestine has been for nothing. All the bloodshed from the Munich Massacre and the wars in the Middle East have not been solved, and there is no compromise in sight.
Passing now over the main stadium, all the lights on in this Olympic site. An Olympic site which for more than a week now has been a place of serenity and comradeship, an Olympic village which in spite of some political crisis has been happy, and now today has been absolutely shattered by this tragedy.